Round 2 of the F1AC season brings us to the historic circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal. Alex Mancinelli took a dominant pole position on Saturday. He'll be hoping to convert it into a win today. Mancinelli and Everts get a perfect start as the lights go out, closely followed by Red Bull's Wolf, hoping to slot into third. Dovidas has other plans, but Wolf appears unfazed by them. However, on cold tyres and a heavy fuel load, the young Pole is a little too keen on the throttle. It's back to square one for Wolf. Things could be worse, however, as debutant Jaden Pena is handed a drive-through penalty for this start infringement. In stark contrast, Janis Kovamis finds himself running third following an incredible start, passing Jaden Pena, Dovidas, Pascal Ackermann and Wolf, all in a handful of corners.
Awesome job, mate.
Alright guys, just leave me to it now.
Keen to make amends for lap 1, Wolf has closed the gap to Porsche's Pascal Ackermann and is not waiting around with a lunge down the inside at the hairpin. However, and unsurprisingly, with the powerful slipstream on the back straight, Ackermann pulls alongside. But thinks better of it. Meanwhile at the front, Everts has shut down the gap to Mancinelli to just a few tenths and gets extremely close under braking for the hairpin. With DRS he looks down the inside, but Alex defends hard. A game of patience seems to be the only way Everts will be able to get past Mancinelli. Wolf had pulled around a second and a half in front of Ackermann, but a fortunate bump unsettles the car and sends him into a half spin, meaning Ackermann regains the position. Everts and Mancinelli continue to fight for position, with Everts all over the gearbox of the Velocita. Closing up again under braking and for the hairpin, Everts manages a much better launch, but can't quite close on the Italian on the back straight. However, he does force him into an uncharacteristic mistake. Alex holds the lead, but he can't afford too many errors like that. Everts' next attempt seems to be much stronger down the back straight. He pulls alongside Mancinelli, but once again thinks better of it. But Mancinelli goes deep into the chicane. Everts seizes the inside line to turn 2, but just doesn't have the grip to sail around the outside of 3. Wolf meanwhile has closed up back on Ackermann again, this time with a plan. The move is done. What is it? Up front, Everett mounts another challenge.
Just keep that pressure on so you're forcing him into errors.
Something caught Mancinelli by surprise. but whatever it was has caused him to hit the wall of champions. The question is, how much damage was picked up? Everest also has to cut the chicane to avoid a collision and is noted by the FIA. Just a few laps later, however, and Everest is struggling with his tyres. He goes far too deep and Alex is more than ready to pounce. With the help of DRS, Alex passes Everest but barely keeps it on the island himself. The two drivers are good friends, but you wouldn't guess that from how they're fighting. Davidas has been driving well in his first race for F1AC, but Agostino Bavona is on his tail and has been for some time. If the Italian wants to make some more progress after a pit lane start, this is the time to do it. Heading up the hill after turn 3, Bavona is all over Davidas, but Davidas positions his car perfectly. It seems Bavona has a much better launch onto the straight and under the bridge. And there's contact. The opportunistic lunge by Bavona leaves nowhere for Davidas to go and earns him back a 5-second time penalty post-race. Back in front, Mancinelli makes a mistake similar to Wolf and slides across the grass. Everett is all over it. Mancinelli is clearly struggling with his rear tyres, however, strong defense keeps Everett at bay. With Mancinelli struggling, the team calls him in while Everest is unleashed to see what he can do in free air. However, Everest must have been caught off guard, locking the rears and almost spinning in the process, a mistake which could prove costly. Bavona has been working his way through the field at a rapid pace, and Ackerman appears to be his next victim. A switchback later, Bavona clears the Porsche and continues on his way. Everett's attempts at an overcut are valiant, but also turning out to be quite pointless. The rear blistering is becoming too much, and by the end of the lap, the Renault driver pits. Mancinelli inherits the lead once more. Everett has got a lot of work to do if he wants his win, but he's only got a handful of laps left to do it. Down at the hairpin, Bavona's progress comes to a slight standstill as he does some unintentional donuts for the fans just before his first stop, and demonstrates a perfect pirouette. Everest is closing in on Mancinelli at rapid speed, but while lapping Davidas, some unfortunate timing means he gives a slight scare to Porsche's Ackerman, who's just leaving the pits on a set of new Supersofts. Davidas slips past just for good measure to take P5. With a handful of laps to go, Everest is caught up to Mancinelli, but just after the bridge, Mancinelli bottoms out on the curb and goes sideways, almost ending both his and Everest's race. It will take more than that to pass him though, as he holds on to the lead. Just. Everest is beginning to run out of time now. Another attempt sees him try around the outside on the home straight. It's a good try, but he clips the sausage curb on the chicane and is on the back foot again. The win seems to be Mancinelli's. It's been 34 hard-fought laps, but Alex Mancinelli holds off the reigning world champion to take the win, his first in Canada and his first in well over a year.
Well done, Alex.
What gear do you want to switch?
Well done, Alex. That was a mega job. Great, good drive.
Yes, guys, yes! Finally!
So, Mancinelli wins a Canadian thriller by 0.2 of a second from Everest, leaving the Italian 3 points off of the championship lead. Yannis Kovami's strong but quiet drive today ensures he remains a strong third in the championship, while Wolf moves up to fourth after a very strong showing from the rookie, closely tailed by Pascal Ackermann. Dovki Dovidas' 5th place finish also means he jumps to a tied 8th place with Agostino Bivona. In the constructors, Renault leads the title fight with 55 points after 2 races, with Velocita Honda 15 points behind, despite both teams currently running one-legged. Lahama continues to solidify their 3rd place, however could be under threat from Red Bull in future races. Pascal Ackermann's continued performances mean Porsche remain P5, and Vector Alpha Racing jumped from 10th to 6th after today's performance. Ferrari and Mercedes are still yet to show, despite promising lineups, with Jordan currently rumoured to be in the middle of a takeover. More to come in Austria for sure.